morning, my beautiful viewers. I hope you're all well. This morning, I'll be taking you through making yummy, delicious chapatis. So I've got oil, cooking oil. I've got salt. I've got plain flour, and I've got my bowl, and I've got this replaces the sugar because today the chapatis I'm cooking are for someone who is got diabetes. She's diabetic. So instead of using sugar, real sugar, I have to use this sweetener instead, and she will be okay with that. So it's up to you guys. Some people prefer just using the salt without the sugar, but for me, I used to do that before, but another friend of mine taught me how to use, um, another friend of mine who's from Tanzania, they actually use sugar and salt. And since I started that, I haven't looked back. So I normally use just a little bit of sugar and then more of, a little bit of salt and then use more of the sugar. But to be honest, because many people are diabetic, I keep on using the sweetener all the time, so that everyone is inclusive. Because you don't know who will be eating your chapati, especially if you are taking them to a party or you're taking them to church or any function. So I'm actually used to be using that. So I'll be taking you through that today. So we are going to pour our flour in there. By the way, this is 1.5 kilograms. So so you put your desired amount. I'll be using the whole pack, to be honest, but I'll leave some just to be adding to make my texture the way I want it. So I have put that one in. So I'm gonna add my sweetener in. To be honest, I don't normally measure, but I'm just doing this for the purpose of this recording. I'll use about 4 of this, 4 big tablespoons, and let me use 3 for now. It's, when you love cooking, you know that you'll be testing your things as you go along. So I'm gonna add, I don't see how much I'm gonna put, but let me put like almost, okay, let me put a full one of this. To be honest, I don't normally measure, so I use my eyes to do the measurements. So now I've done that, I'm going to put a few spoonfuls of oil. So 1, 2, 3. I'll put about 4. That should be fine. 4. So now I'm going to put the water. I'll just put straight from the tap, to be honest, because I haven't really measured to see exactly how much I need there. So I'm just going to put from the tap. I normally use a bit of warm, just slightly warm, not very hot, not very cold. So that's a bit hot, so it's about the right one. By the way, yeah, so this is about the right one. So I'm just gonna put the water from the tap. With experience, you'll be able to know that you've reached your desired amount of water that you need, and then you start to knead. So if you feel like you need more water, you just go get a small cup and then keep on adding, or instead, or you add flour, depending on what your need is at that time. So at this time, I think I've got enough water in there. So my next thing to add will be a bit of more flour, until I get my desired texture. Okay, so now guys, my dough is ready. And to know how to know that your dough is ready, when you touch it like this, you see it doesn't stick. It's coming off. It's not sticking on the hand. So you know that it's ready. And that's the texture that I would like it to be. You see it's getting even smoother and smoother. So it's ready now. It's ready. So what I'm going to do is, some people will leave it in the bowl, whichever way you want. Me, I like putting it in the cling film and leave it there for about maybe 10-15 minutes, just for it to get even more softer. So yeah, I'm gonna put it on my cling film and wrap it there. You can even cover it with something else if you want to, if you want a better result. So that's how I'm gonna do mine. I'm just gonna find something to cover it. Find something to cover it. Then I'll leave it there for about 10-15 minutes. Then I'll be ready to go. So it has been about 10-15 minutes. So I'm gonna take my dough out. Start partitioning it. Here's the thing called. Have to find it. You know, it's very thin, so you have to follow it and see where it is. Where is it? Can't find it. Oh, there. Oh. I found it. So there we are. You can see how smooth that is. Stick it on. Shouldn't do that, but I think I put a lot of it. Shouldn't do that. Okay, it's too soft. That's okay. So here we are. So now I'm going to cut it now into portions, because the dough is quite big, so I'm gonna cut it into two first so that the other one doesn't get dry. So now I'm gonna partition it. I've got my roller. Just going to roll it. At this point, you don't need to worry about having it circled or something, because this is not the main one to make them round. So the next step is the one that you focus on, so that your chapatis are really well in a circle or a round. Otherwise you have a lot of corners. So at this point you don't need to worry about that. Some people do put a bit of oil if you want to. You don't have to. I normally don't put. I'm just putting for the purposes of recording. Not much. Some people can even put a little bit of sprig of flour. That's it. Then I'm gonna cut now. This is the crucial point. I'm going to cut. So this is how your chapati will be in a circle. So I'm going to roll them now. You're going to roll. If it is too big, you just cut it and add it on the next one. Okay, so you see, this is how my chapati will come out. So it will be just like I put on a tray which has got a little bit of flour so that it doesn't stick. Then add this one to the next one. Rolling is really quick. I like it. It doesn't take long. So just keep on rolling. Put them on the tray. Roll. It's really quick and easy actually. You don't need any skill for rolling them. You can add, you can reduce, and they will still be in a circle. So we are going first. Going. So guys, I'm nearly done. You can see it was a big dough. So I'm nearly done. My oil is here, my pan is on. So I'm gonna start straight away now. So yeah, I'm gonna take you through the next step. So this is quite nice and easy to do. It doesn't take long. When you get used to it, you will enjoy doing this. The reason I make chapatis actually all the time, you know, as most of you know, that these children out here, they don't really like eating the African food, like, you know, the fufu, the yam, the gari, the saza, the ugali, and all that, matoki, sweet potato. They don't really like that. So when you have a chance of finding what they really like, you know, you have to be to take that opportunity. So my children love chapatis, so I've developed a skill of making them quite often because they love them. So, and also it's a good snack as well. So like you're going to work, or you know, for working mothers, you know, you just make them, put them there. You can keep them in the fridge for some days, 2-3 days. Then you can actually freeze them. So when you take them out, make sure you defrost them first. Don't just leave them out for a few minutes, really. It will just defrost itself. And so when you warm it in the microwave, if you want to use a microwave, just use like 30 seconds or maybe even 20 seconds. Otherwise it will go very hard like a stick. You won't eat them. So yeah, those are the pros and pros, whatever. So you need to know that. So another tricky thing is, now my pan is ready. You can see it doesn't have any oil. So when you put your first chapati, make sure that there's no oil on the pan. Remember, this is a non-stick, so the chapati will not stick. So I'm gonna roll now. I'm gonna show you how to roll. So I'm rolling my chapati. See, it's all coming out in a circle. I don't need to do anything to make it round. So because I shaped them when I started rolling them up, so it's already in a circle, you see, nice and round. So you pick it up, place it in the pan, no oil at this time. Just look at it. You see that it's maybe either bringing up some bubbles or the color is changing. So at that point you'll be ready to turn it over. So when you turn it over, you put a bit of oil on that side. By the time you finish spreading that bit of oil on that side, the other side will be ready. You turn it over, then you put oil on the other side. Mainly I use a brush, a plastic brush, but I can't find it, so I'm gonna use a spoon. But I make sure I don't put a lot of oil. So you can see it's changing color. So I'm about to turn it over now. At this point, I haven't put the oil yet, because the trick is that side that you're going to put on the pan shouldn't have oil. So after you've done that, then that's when you put oil. So now I'm going to turn it on over, you see. So now I'm going to add the oil, bring it over, make sure I spread it over and all have some oil. By the time I finish doing this, the other side also should be ready for me to put the oil. Oh, Tashani, come and give me the plate quickly. Okay, so put it here. So I'm going to put my plate there. I'll be putting the ones that are ready. I'm going to put my film in here. I like using this because it keeps them actually really nice and warm. You can keep it all day. It will be warm all day. So I normally keep it there. So this one is nearly ready now. So when it's almost ready, you come and start on the next one. So the time you finish the next one, that one is ready to take out. So it's really nice and easy to make and quick, you know. Sometimes my kids help me make them, you know, when I'm really tired, you know, like if you've been at work and you come back, you're tired. I just make the dough for them and they will just do the chapati. So it's something that you can teach the children. If they love chapati, they're gonna love it, because for them it's like an activity and learning something new. Yeah, so we're gonna start cooking, and if you see that they are burning quickly, you just have to reduce your fire from your knob. Yeah, so that one's almost ready to be turned. You can see it's changing color. It's changing color from white creamish to more dark cream. So it's ready to turn. You can see. I'm going to add my oil on there. So the time you finish doing that, the other side is also turning, and your chapati is almost ready. No hustling, you know. I love making chapatis. I enjoy it. I think cooking is a hobby for me, so I don't find it like a problem. So guys, I'm nearly done. I'm almost doing my last one. This is my second last one. You know, as I told you, I was cooking for someone, so there were quite a few. It has taken a bit of time, but normally if you're just cooking for your family, it's a quick fix, to be honest with you. And I think you can see, I don't know if you can see that the pot is smoking, the pan is smoking a bit more. This is because I'm doing the last ones, the last chapatis, which will be for my family. So I'm using organic coconut oil. I love it. I just love it in my chapatis. So I normally use it for my family. But if I'm cooking for someone else, because I don't know if they're allergic or what, so I don't use it for other people. I just use it for my family. So this is my last chapati, and we'll be done for the day. I hope you guys have learned something new, you know, something that will help you in your daily cooking. And please do subscribe, like, and share, and also leave a comment. You know, I'm welcoming suggestions as well. Leave a suggestion if you want me to cook something next time. Just let me know. I'm up to the challenge. I love cooking. So our last chapati is out, and this is the results. It's looking so yummy and delicious. Bon appetit, guys. Come and join me. Please, like I said, subscribe, share, like, leave a comment, put a suggestion. Thank you. I'll see you soon.